Yeah, that was intense. It's the end of the conference, and I wanted to sit down with some data folks and chill, discuss about the past few days. What was nice, what was less nice. Hope you enjoyed. Kevin and David, thank you for being there.
Thank you.
We know each other online. We've been putting both content, right? You've been putting quite some video, right, lately?
For sure. I'm chilling all day. I'm hard into it.
Okay, cool. And and David, I don't know if we need to introduce you in your newsletter.
I have a Substack, yeah.
There is also your Substack. I'll put the links in the description, but I do recommend. I also refer you one of your talk here as an highlight. I really liked it about analytics engineer role. I think there is a lot of discussion that was around it about the definition. I wanted to have. This is the end of the conference. There is almost nobody here in the hallway. It was really nosy, and just want to have your highlights. What did you like about the conference, and what did you like? Kevin, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. For me, there's so much to like. The quality of the talk, signal to noise ratio, really high. But I think what I enjoyed the most was the fact that everyone can go super deep into your conversation with data with them. Of course, this is COALESCE. But you can also go super deep in a conversation not about data with them. That it's a lot of people that you bump into them and it's dang, I really wish we were friends. If we had a different life, we would be friends right now. We're talking about bird religions, talking about linguistics, talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Anime. Oh, we had a long conversation.
I had also a discussion about Dungeons and Dragons. Did you talk to Jan?
What a good talk. That talk was incredible. My notes from that talk are basically the whole transcript. I was every single thing is a takeaway. But no, I really appreciate the fact that everyone here was a potential friend.
Yeah.
And now are friends, thankfully.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Liam?
So I really enjoyed. It's like a bittersweet. It's the talks I went to were great. I really enjoyed those talks. But I didn't get to go to nearly as many as I want to. But the problem is half of them are at the same time, and I just know I'm gonna have to catch up on them afterwards and maybe watch them again twice or whatever, because some of them are so rich. I've really enjoyed the people here. You can pretty much talk to anyone about a pretty deep technical topic Terraform or whatever, should we do Terraform and what's the provider and all this stuff, and it's fine, because there are people like us that we're talking to. This is it feels very much like a community. I keep wandering around and bumping into people and losing 20 minutes, and it's just lovely,
Yeah. No, totally agree, and I heard that a lot, the word community, right? It feels more like a big meetup than a conference organizing by a vendor, right? So that's the thing. What were you missing from the conference? What was something that you would say, I wish I would have that? It can be in terms of theme of the talk or our food.
We're lacking that.
I think we were lacking on that. Yeah.
Everyone's leaving a little bit bigger than they came in.
Yeah, I'm not sure about lacking. I feel like I don't know what I'm lacking yet because I haven't seen all the talks.
So maybe too much talks at the same time?
Well, but the thing is, the COALESCE is the source of the best content of the year for me. That's last year I spent a month catching up on it. And I implemented some of the ideas, right? It's just so I'm just looking forward to digesting it. Kevin?
Shoot, I was going to say the fact that there are too many talks going on at the same time. Some of the talks were so good. I was well, I would even go to that talk over my own talks,
Yeah.
It's I think next time around, something that would work really well are I don't know how this is possible, but almost meeting people who you really, really didn't expect to meet.
Yeah.
But in like a bit more structured of a way. Like I think in between, having, scheduled meetings. Like, of course, you come in and some people are here, and like sitting down at lunch and then sitting at a random table. Like I know for a fact that there are dozens of people here that I want to talk to you about, some topic that's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's data observability, not biased at all.
Yeah.
We just never got a chance to meet them.
Yeah.
Maybe next time around. Maybe this is something that we can do better in planning too.
Yeah, and I think there is tools like I think it's really hard to host quality conference both online and offline, right? And I think there is a tool now online that I experienced that where they had like fixed table, and you could book some people on the go for certain team. So you have like your hashtag, like I'm a data engineer, whatsoever, and if you want to book something. And I remember at that conference, some people booked me just because they were starting in the field. So how do you get into that? So, that's like interesting discussion rather than, just trying to bump into the lunch and looking at the cart. Okay, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, just like a random walk. You're like a steam particle bouncing around.
Which is nice, right? But to a certain extent. But I think it's...
Actually, I do have one thing that I think
Yeah.
is interesting. Like, I feel like there haven't been many panels. And like sometimes I feel like there are still big...
panel.
There's still like some big problems out there that we haven't solved, and we could have done with some panels with some really great thought leaders on it to talk about these problems and how we can solve them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good idea. I think those panels also can be maybe more recurrent, right? We don't need to wait every year for a conference to happen. I think on my side, it was too many talks. I think I'm curious. Did you make a full agenda on what you were going to see before coming in? Yeah.
I tried to, but I knew it'd be with the booth as well. It's going to be very difficult for me to see things. Like I really wanted to go to Jake Thomas's talk, but I just couldn't squeeze it in. But I'll catch up with him. I'm representing anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah. No, I think I did a pretty bad job at this. I don't know. I think pushing people to make their agenda would have helped me. I know I didn't do my diligence, but having my planning, saying, okay, this is what we've done. And maybe if you have like a more structured way to discuss with people, then you can make sure it doesn't really overlap with the thing. But it's a bit sad because then you start to plan a lot of things which is actually less fun. I think what's fun during those conferences is that you don't know where you end up, right? I improvise like a panel here with you. I just grab you. I think that's the beauty of it. You're looking forward for the next one next year?
Oh, hugely. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, related to what we were saying, I feel like a lot of people are still, building up the muscles again of not only going to conferences, but talking to people and what exactly is social interaction. So I think next time around, at least I hope I'll be coming in with an idea of like how to get the most out of COALESCE San Diego. Yeah, actually, I'm really looking forward to it.
And maybe David, you can answer like what's your take in for Metaplane from the conference? Like, what was the biggest pro of being here?
The biggest pro is just speaking to people about Metaplane at the booth and around. There is now a good amount of understanding of what data observability is and why you might want it. Yeah. So I think we went to Summit like a few months ago, and I felt like I had to explain what data observability was every time I spoke about it, apart from a rare minority. Feels like here 50% of the time people know what it is, 25% of the time people are like, I know what it is, I either have it or want it. And because, fundamentally I do believe if you have a data warehouse in production, you should have it. Yeah. So, and I think that's, people are coming around to that kind of idea that you need to test and monitor your data. So, I think that's one cool thing that I've noticed.
Yeah, raising awareness on certain points and getting feedback from the user. I think I said like I'm probably sure you can walking in the conference with no idea and end up with like 10 startup ideas.
Yes. We've had lots of like product feature ideas.
Exactly. By just talking with people, because the profile and the landscape is so large, right? That if you get some signals that, oh, I heard that here or that here, must be true or a problem to dig. Yeah.
I think you're so. Adding on to what you both said, I think something that COALESCE did really well is it's not, okay, we're vendors. We're right here.
Somewhere here.
Yeah,
by the way, this is not sponsored. We just happen to have chairs here, right?
Oh yeah, just a total coincidence. But sometimes when you're a vendor, you sometimes feel like, I'm just standing at a table telling you what I think you want to hear, and then you take some swag and leave. But something that was really nice about COALESCE, and I think a credit to the whole community and how DBT set it up, is that like every time something comes up, it's like a conversation, right? It's like we leave with better feature ideas. We leave with it's a whole bunch of ideas for the product. So I think not only do people here learn about Metaplane and data observability, but we learn a lot from them as well.
Yeah.
Which is, that's really key for us.
Yeah. Great. Was super nice to have you. And I hope you get some good sleep, right? And relax more next week, hopefully. And I guess see you online.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yeah, thank you.